Loveable. I stared at the mirror, looking intently at my features. It's the first time I had looked in a mirror in about a year. I tended to avoid mirrors because I knew what I was seeing when I looked at them. Ugly, unlovable, shame. I knew the words that people used to tell me. I grew up in a home that didn't love me. My mum kept telling me, you won't amount to anything good. I don't even know why I had you, because you're not worth anything to me. You're not smart. You're not pretty. You're just there. I used to hear that several times, round and round and round in my head, constantly. I was just me, plain, unimportant, nothing of note, not worth much. They said so at school. She's not really the brightest. Well, they didn't say that, but they might as well have said, you're stupid. I didn't do well at tests. I didn't get the best grades. I struggled in classes. I didn't really have friends. I mean, I talked to people, but no one seemed interested in me. That was my life. Just bleak greyness. I finished school, managed to get a job, but still, there's nothing worth anything. I wasn't worth anything. So here I stood, looking at the bathroom mirror in my home. Worthless. I didn't know what to say to myself. I'd heard people say inspirational quotes to pick themselves up, words of affirmation, but none of that worked. I've tried it. I've tried all of them. None of it worked. None of it cheered me up. None of it changed how I felt about myself on the inside. Nothing. Because all the words that had been said to me by my mum, by my teachers, by my school classmates, by people at work when they thought I wasn't paying attention or listening, the same things played over and over again in my head. The same words played like a song. They ran through my mind, in my ears. Every night it was what greeted me. And yet here I was, seeking something, searching for something. I didn't know what. But I looked in the mirror and I sighed. I'm not worth anything. What was the point? What was the point of anything? Why should I bother? Why should I even try? My eyes drifted from the mirror to the bottle of pills. Oh yes, I had come to a decision that today was the day I would end it all. Today was the day I would give up completely. Put an end, a full stop to this miserable life, this miserable existence, this unremarkable existence. And I'm sure no one would care. No one was bothered by me in life, so I don't think anybody would be bothered by me in death. I lifted my hands shakily to the pills, and I opened up the cover. I looked at the small white pills. If I swallowed the whole bottle, hopefully within a couple of hours I would be gone. I was doing the right thing, ridding the world of one less inconvenience. Was I? There was a tiny, tiny, quiet voice in my head questioning what I was doing, but I was not listening to that. But the voice said again, are you doing the right thing? I got annoyed at that voice. I said, why should I even try to fight? What's the point? I looked at myself again in the mirror and I shouted, why should I bother? No one cares. No one cares. I could feel the tears brimming in my eyes. I blinked and slowly the tears caressed my cheeks. God, Jesus, whoever, I'm giving you one last chance. Call it indulgent. But before I make this final decision, the last thing I'll ever do, show me someone cares. Tears were beginning to flood down my cheeks at this point. I swallowed. I care, said a voice. I turned my head, confused. I was clearly delirious. I hadn't really eaten much all day. I shook my head and wiped my eyes with the back of my hand. I'm confused. I'm not thinking straight. I said out loud. I care. Who? What? I care, said a voice. The voice gets stronger. This is... Who is... And then I looked in the mirror and I saw an outline of a face behind me. A man was standing behind me in my bathroom. I couldn't really see his features properly because there was bright light over it, but I could just about make out hair, shoulder length, straggly hair. I care. And I love you. Was I deluded? Had I already taken the pills? What was going on? I don't... Who are you? Why? How did you get in here? You called me, the voice said, simply. I didn't call you. I didn't. You did. You said Jesus. What? I breathed. You... What? You called for Jesus. You asked for me. So I came. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I was scared. I was in shock. I was terrified. I was in awe. Jesus? Yes, said the man with a smile. Either I was deluded, or I was having some sort of hallucination, or I was stoned or high, but I knew I hadn't taken the pills yet. I could see them right there on my counter. I love you, he said. I want you to know I love you. No one loves me, I responded. He said, I love you. Even if you don't feel anyone else does, I love you. And I want to know you and have a relationship with you. Me? I'm not worthy of anything. I'm not a good person. I'm not worth anything. You're worth everything to me. I do love you and I've chosen you. I want you, all of you. Are you sure? I said in disbelief. Yes, said the voice. I looked down at my hand. I'm not good enough to be a Christian. I'm not wonderful enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not rich enough. I'm not clever enough. I haven't asked you to be any of those things, said Jesus. I've just asked you to follow me, to have a relationship with me, to love me. I was silent. Will you have me? Will you love me and accept me? Will you let me lead you and be Lord over your life? He said quietly. No one had ever taken interest in me. No one had ever chosen me. No one had ever said they wanted me, not even my family. And yet, Jesus seemed to be saying he did. For the first time in my life, I felt chosen. Yes, I said quietly. And then I looked into the mirror again and saw his face. He had a huge smile. Yes, I said, slightly more confident. Welcome, my daughter, he said. And then he was gone. And I was left with a warmth all over my body. I looked at the pills. I quickly put the lid back on. And I looked at myself in the mirror. I didn't feel ugly or stupid. I felt loved.